back to Googie's Kitchen, and if you are new here then hello and welcome. My name's Alexis, and in today's video I want to share with you how to make a delicious almond cauliflower pizza. As I just mentioned, today I'm going to make an almond and cauliflower pizza, which doesn't sound appetizing, but trust me, it's really delicious. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to preheat my oven to 200 degrees. Now I'm going to make the base for the pizza. So in this bowl here I have some cauliflower rice. So what I did was I got a quarter of a cauliflower and I just simply grated it into this bowl, and then once I'd grated it I then tipped all of the rice into a muslin cloth, and then I just wrung out the muslin cloth and tried to get as much moisture out of the cauliflower as I possibly could. That helps it to become a bit of a drier and stiffer base, I have to say. So now I'm going to add about 150 grams of almond flour, and you will need almond flour for this. Ground almonds won't work, they're too thick and stodgy to be honest. So now I'm just going to add that in. And then to that, and I didn't do this in the original recipe, I'm actually going to add some dried mixed herbs. I don't know why I didn't do it in the original recipe, but my son really didn't like the taste of the cauliflower. He didn't mind the base, but it was a bit funny about the taste of the cauliflower. So I thought I'd try and cover it with some dried mixed herbs and hope he doesn't notice this time. My husband loved this, but my son wasn't so keen, so I thought I'd just try and smother the taste of the cauliflower with some herbs. And I'm also going to add some cheese, and again I didn't add this in the original recipe. This is just to try and hide the taste of the cauliflower. So I've got about 20 grams of grated parmesan, and I would suggest a strong cheese if you are trying to hide the taste of it as well. A strong cheese will hopefully help to hide it quite well, that's what I'm hoping. And then to that I'm going to add some salt and pepper. So I'm just going to add a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper as well. Salt and pepper to your taste. If you don't like salt and pepper, then you don't have to add it at all. I'm just going to add a pinch of pepper to that as well. And I'm going to mix those in. And then in this bowl here I have scrambled 2 large eggs. So if you can't get large eggs, then you can always use like 3 medium or maybe 4 small if you only have small eggs in the fridge. And then I'm going to add that in as well. And then I'm just going to simply mix this together until it forms a dough ball. And I also wanted to say that if you have enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more, then please feel free to hit that subscribe button. And also, if you have really enjoyed this video and you want to see more like this one, then please hit that like button, because all of that really helps me out. And if you have any questions or any comments that you'd like to put down, then please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. So this has formed a nice dough ball now, and I've preheated my oven, and I have actually got stoneware as well. So I have some Pampered Chef stoneware. I'm going to take out the oven. I have put it into the oven because it helps to heat the base of the pizza very quickly. Also, stoneware helps to take out the badness from the food and only leave the goodness. So it's quite a healthy option. So if you can get some stoneware, it is really good, and it's really good at cooking these pizza bases because it makes them nice and crispy and crunchy as well on the outside, and then quite smooth on the inside. So I'm going to go and get my pizza base out of the oven. I've removed the stone from the oven, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the pizza dough to the bottom, and I'm going to try and roll this out as best I can. This stoneware is very hot, so I'm trying to do this as quickly as possible as well, just to make sure that the pizza gets in the oven and gets cooking as quickly, the base gets cooking as quickly as possible. I have also dampened my hands, which, because the stoneware is so warm, has dried now, So yeah, I'm just going to keep trying to push this out to make it a thinner base, so that my husband and son feel as though they get more pizza. I think that's probably what they'll like. So yeah, I'm just going to continue now to keep pushing the base of the pizza out to make it a bit flatter. So that's the base of the pizza, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this into the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes, or until it starts to go golden brown. You don't want it to go completely golden brown, because you want to put a topping on after, so you don't want it to burn, but you do want it slightly crispy. So a light golden brown colour will be perfect. So as I said, I'm off to put this in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. The pizza base has been in the oven for about 15 minutes. It's got a lovely light golden brown colour, so I'm going to remove it from the oven and I'm going to leave it to cool. I have left the pizza base to cool, well, cool-ish. It's cool enough to touch, so that's fine. So now I'm going to add my topping. So the first topping I'm going to add to this pizza is some pesto, and this is my homemade pesto, and the recipe for this I will link in the description box below for you. It's called mean green pesto, and it has a lot of greens in it, which I try and sneak into my husband and son's diet, because they wouldn't necessarily eat greens on their own, but they will eat them if they're in a pesto. So in here is a bit of broccoli, a bit of rocket, some basil as well, pine nuts, lemon, olive oil, and that is it. That's basically the pesto. As I said, I will link the recipe in the description box below for you. And it is really tasty as well. It's really nice on pizza, but it's also really nice on with pasta, with rice as well. Rice and chicken is really nice with this. So yes, it can go with a lot of different things. Now I'm not adding tomato to this because my son has a slight allergy to tomato. So I'm not going to add any tomato to the top of this pizza, but I am going to smother it in mozzarella and Parma ham, because my husband and son absolutely love mozzarella and Parma ham. So I've sliced up some mozzarella, and I'm just going to dot this around the pizza. And then I'll grab the Parma ham, which I've ripped up as well, in a moment, and I'll dot that around the pizza as well. This should only take about 5 minutes in the oven. You just want the cheese to melt and the Parma ham just to go a bit crispy. So yeah, and it should only really take about 5 minutes. I'm not serving this with anything else, obviously, because I've got the greens in it. It doesn't really need a salad. But if you want to serve it with a salad, then you can do. You could also serve this with chips. My husband and son will probably have about half each of this pizza. I'm not eating this pizza because this sort of food isn't that great for me, I have to say, which is sad really, but I do enjoy making it for other people, and I know my husband and son will really enjoy this. The last time they had it, they really liked it as well. So yes, it's definitely a firm favourite with those two. Unfortunately, not for me though, but I love making food for other people, so I honestly don't mind. So yes, I've added all of my toppings now, and I'm going to put this, as I said, back into the oven for about 5 minutes. The pizza has actually been in the oven for about 8 minutes. The cheese didn't look as though it had melted enough to me, but it has now. As you can see, the Parma ham has gone nice and crispy as well. So that is my husband and son's dinner done, and I have to say it smells so good. I bet they're really looking forward to eating this. That's how you make my delicious almond cauliflower pizza, and that recipe I will link in the description box below for you. As I mentioned earlier, this smells so good, and I'm going to be serving this to my husband and son for their dinner, and I'm sure they're really looking forward to it as well. For now, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and please feel free to leave any comments below. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you all soon. Bye!